It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
It's Car Con Carne, no longer in a car, at least not for, I don't even know how long. It's Quarantine Con Carne. I'm James Van Alstyne, and this episode is sponsored by Siren Records McHenry, who are now offering curbside pickup and online ordering. You can check out their new website at sirenrecordsmchenry.com. If you're in a band or if you own a label, if you want to get your product in the store, message them on social media or just call the store. Siren Records McHenry is always looking to support local music. This episode also sponsored by the fine folks at C&H Financial Services. Right there across town, it is Marc from Veil of Maya. Hi, Marc.
Hi.
It's great to meet you. We've never met before. Let's start with the fact that Veil of Maya is a Chicago band.
Yeah. Are you
what?
Chicago?
I am.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
cool.
So let's talk. I mean, I realize you have an international presence and you're known far and wide, but let's start with the local. Tell me about your relationship with Chicago as a band.
Well, we started out kind of playing shows in Milwaukee because for the genre that we were going for, there wasn't too much interest in Chicago at the time. It was more like a hardcore scene or a death metal scene, and it was like that was pretty much it. And they didn't really cross over that much either at the time. So we started out in Milwaukee playing, I guess, metalcore or whatever, and then started like playing Northern Illinois, like around like Gurnee and stuff like that. And then eventually we made our way to Chicago and like we're able to keep a crowd's attention for a while. So now things are pretty cool in Chicago for sure.
And that's kind of what I was getting at too. Chicago's had a weird relationship with heavy music really for decades running. Suburbs, no problem. City, sometimes challenging.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's too much of like a local community for this kind of music anymore. Like we do a show around Christmas every year where we have like the more well-known local bands will play with play with us, but it just doesn't seem like they really organize too much stuff with each other like we used to back in the day. So it's just a different scene, I guess. I don't know.
So before we dig into Veil of Maya stuff, I have to ask, how are you feeling? Are you doing okay in isolation and quarantine?
Yeah, I'm okay. I honestly, like when I woke up today, I woke up at 7 p.m. today, and I thought it was 7 a.m. because it was sunny outside, and I thought I was fine. And I'm like, oh no, I have an interview in an hour or whatever.
I see. I thought I was giving you plenty of time to get ready.
You were. I have no excuses. I just like that's my quarantine life. Is like I just don't know what's going on.
It's Vegas rules every day. Life in quarantine. So you just put out a new song a couple weeks ago, Outsider. Members Only was last year.
Yeah.
This tells me that there's an album on the way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I have the sessions for the album on my computer. We didn't finish the album in the studio like we were working in Bethesda, Maryland, and we didn't finish. So it took a few months to get the sessions back, but now we have them. So I've been digging in. I've made a team of people to help me out with it, and like we're trying to finish it, buckle down, finish. So.
It's like your Manhattan Project.
Yeah, and it was like pretty discouraging at first. So now I'm like, I'm getting my brain back in order, and now I don't know. It's coming together again. So.
Well, let's talk a little bit about The Outsider. A lot going on in this song. I think Lucas's vocals are great on this.
Yeah.
Where'd you shoot the video?
We shot it in like a warehouse in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's like this cool abandoned, like almost horror movie warehouse.
Yeah. And then there's also like a box truck thing that was right outside the warehouse. So that's where the other scenes are shot.
To me, one of the key words that you can apply to Veil of Maya is evolution. 16-ish years in, I think if everything you did still sounded like the common man's collapse, there'd be no point. I hear evolution. False Idol, I think, was a clear evolution for the band. Fair to say?
Yeah, I agree.
Have your fans gone along for the ride? I know there's metal fans are weird.
Yeah,
not weird, but I mean, they can push back against change.
Well, yeah, I mean, like one of the things I noticed is that like there's not ever going to be something that everyone agrees on with our band, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just like everyone, if we put something new out, it's going to cause arguments because there's going to be people that want us to stay the same way as we were like 2008 or something. And like, it's just crazy. Like there's still people discovering that we have singing in our songs now, and it's been like 5 years, but like they're just like, oh, I can't believe like they haven't checked it out in that long. So like they're still shocked and like appalled that we would decide to do that.
Well,
But
and on False Idol, you do have songs like Manichi is probably as close to a mainstream song as we've heard from you.
yeah, there's it's all singing in that song, I think, right?
Yeah, and I mean, Double Speak, I think, is a nice balance of melodic and heavy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But it is balanced out. I mean, we do have other songs like Follow Me on that one that remind everyone exactly who you are.
Yeah. That's like more of the old school sound for sure. Which I mean, I still obviously like that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's always gonna make people mad, like no matter what direction we go in now. So I guess it's annoying sometimes, but it's still kind of a good thing. It's like a good problem to have. Like people care that much about one of our songs, so where they have to like fight for which is superior or whatever.
Exactly. One thing when I think about you, when I think about this band, it's the riffs, it's the breakdowns. You
Mhm.
handle rhythm and lead in the band. How do you think when you formulate songs? Do you kind of think both parts out in your head? Like I don't even understand how that songwriting works. Do you hear it in your head, both parts? When
Yeah,
you create?
for sure. I hear the whole thing. Like I like, I hear the drums, I hear the bass. Yeah, like I try and write like so that the songs would still make sense if it was just like a piano playing them instead of like distorted guitars. So like sometimes I'll even write the song on piano and then transpose it to guitars.
Got it. I know it's tough right now not touring. It seems like it wasn't all that long ago you were touring with Under Oath and The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah.
Tell me about being, I mentioned earlier you have an international footprint, an international audience. Tell me about some of the cooler cities or places that have been receptive to Veil of Maya.
Well, the last show, yeah, I think the last shows that we played were in Portugal, and we had never been there before, so that was really cool to see that for the first time. Then before that, we were in Spain, and it's yeah. I mean, we're at the point now where like pretty much everywhere is pretty cool. So like, I mean, there's obviously like New York City's insane, Chicago's insane, like London is insane, Paris is cool, like all the big cities are really good, and then like everywhere else is starting to make their way up to the same level. So everywhere's been pretty cool at this point.
So you are a gifted guitar player. For people who decided, okay, I'm in quarantine, I'm going to learn the guitar, I want to be the next Marc Okubo, what should they be doing?
I recommend, well, nowadays, like if I was to learn anything, I would start at YouTube because it seems like there's like tutorials on pretty much anything you can think of. And I didn't have that growing up, so that would have been, I would probably be, better at guitar if I started nowadays or something.
Were you self-taught or did you take lessons?
I started out self-taught, like, well, I learned like how to read guitar tabs or whatever, and then like I would just use the internet and find out whatever songs by that. Then I took lessons because I wanted to join the jazz band in my high school, so I learned how to like read a little bit and like learn chords and like basic music theory. And then I went to music school after high school for a semester and dropped out and did Vail.
I think it worked out okay.
Yeah.
I think your decisions paid off. Should mention the last album was a concept album. I love a good concept album.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about this new album you're working on. Will it also be conceptual or is it more just a collection of songs?
This one is, I mean, it's looking like a collection of songs right now. We haven't like picked a theme or anything to go with, but yeah, I'm gonna say this one's gonna be a collection of songs. I don't know.
That's fair. All right. So Outsider is available to watch and hear wherever. You are chugging away at new stuff. Anything you want to add as you're stuck in self-isolating quarantine?
Yeah, be on the lookout. I mean, I don't know when concerts are going to come back. I'm hoping soon, but at the same time, like I want people to stay safe. So I think we might be one of the last industries to return, like in reality. But we still really, really miss it and want to come back, obviously. So yeah, like just be on the lookout for new music because that's all we can do right now.
Absolutely. Well, dude, I'm going to kill the Facebook Live. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on Facebook right now,
Hell yeah.
and thank you for your time. You're awesome.
Thanks, man. You're cool too.